Dos Santos. Now Leggett. It's a trip, and Ted Uncle is well positioned to give the free kick. And an early indication of whether Zlatan is in the mood. It is Ibrahimovic. It's appeared to take a deflection. Zlatan is saying, look,
you would assume we would have been dealing with the cold weather, but it's been absolutely beautiful here.
Yeah, we've missed it by about 5 days. They had snow on the ground here last week. Gregush. Molino. Won by Perry Kitchen.
Those high-pressing Gregush and Alonso, they're not comfortable with the ball. They have the least amount of possession of all the playoff teams in Major League Soccer. And so Adrian Heath now has a little bit of concern because neither Amparo or Boxall can play into the feet of Gregush and Alonso because of Dos Santos and Leggett high-pressing them. That's where you got to clip it into Lud, clip it into Molino. Angelo Rodriguez got to be big, strong, hold it up, and get them out of their defensive third.
Here is Robin Lud. Alonso, cleverly done. Chase Gasper. In towards Rodriguez! It'll still fall for Molino, and Lud challenging. Polenta got his boot to it, and a foul by the Finn, Robin Lud. Lud winning the duel against Gonzalez, but he hasn't got the pace to get away from Pavon. 21st home fixture. Deflection on that, like Apara, only to Pavon.
Be a little bit more sophisticated with that, because the last thing you want is Zlatan versus Icapar and Michael Boxall, both players.
And doing the tidying was Ozzy Alonso.
Well, and in over 200 minutes of open play, Zlatan's never scored a goal against Icapar. Well, and you almost get the look of it, John, in 11 minutes in, that Zlatan's almost looked at it and said, you know what, Boxall should defend me.
Ibrahimovic, plaintive inquiry about a potential handball. This is a... Dos Santos. Boxall stepping in ahead of a static Ibrahimovic.
Impact, I think, in possession. So Schelotto wants Pavon and Antuna to put in the work, and early on they've done so.
Romney tracking back with diligence is Finley, who now tries to turn defence into attack.
Oh, good defending from Dave Romney.
24 goals and counting in the playoffs. Santos. Sides met here in April and drew 0-0. It's a foul by Dos Santos. And Gregush to take this. He's given it every chance, and Boxall's header. Gregush back to Metanier. He's got Molino for company. Metanier, past Romney, still going, and Lud on his weaker foot.
Team that gave up 59 goals in the regular season, and this is it. Deflection, sloppy touches, man marking not there. Robin Lud, he's done a lot in possession, he's done a lot in creation, but 0 goals, 0 assists since coming to Minnesota United.
Minnesota, you will recall, the only visiting team to go to LAFC and win during the regular season. And LAFC yet to get the better of the Galaxy.
On a counter with Ethan Finlay.
Jonathan Dos Santos. Ibrahimovic, not quite as planned. Ibrahimovic. That was enough to concern Vito Mannone.
Attack, they want to turn the ball over and try to find their 38-year-old in the half of space. Gregush with a bad layoff. And for the first time in this half, we've seen Zlatan with a half a yard, not on a set piece, get an opportunity to test. Mannone.
10 away defeats in total this season. And not won an away playoff game in 7 years. Here's Finlay. There's Lurd. And the follow-up is wasteful from Molino. Romney was left static. Finlay to deliver. Giancarlo Gonzalez. Gregush.
One's kind of chasing shadows at the moment. That always gave me a little extra confidence as an attacker. You know what? We're pushing the right buttons. We've got to keep it going here. The final ball really lacking from Minnesota United.
Great pass by Ibrahimovic. Here's Antuna. And what a recovery block by Roman Metanir.
Well, just a great ball forward from Zlatan Ibrahimovic. And Metanir has had his way going forward. We've seen him very little on the defending side of things. He's got to recover. Antuna's got a half a yard.
So however sporadic the threat in open play from set pieces, it's clear. By Mannone.
I think fairly confident of the way they played this first half, but the lack of the final ball begs the question, maybe he goes to Darwin Quintero a little sooner.
Yeah, Gregush. Gasper. For whom it's been a breakthrough season as he's tugged to the floor by Gonzalez, who will be cautioned for his pains. High line from the Galaxy, lofted by Gregush, and the goalkeeper was caught amidst plenty of uncertainty. Gregush, whistle to the lips of Ted Uncle, and that concludes the first half's entertainment at Allianz Field. Adrian Heath there, a manager of huge experience, but this is his first ever post-season game in MLS at the 5th attempt. 3,000, they've squeezed up a bit to let a few extras in. Gregush. Finlay halfway up the wonder wall. Rodriguez. There's the art of the hold-up. Now Metanir. Lovely ball in, and Rodriguez should have polished it off. And therein lies his weakness.
This play starts because of his hold-up play, but he hasn't scored in his last 11 games. Last 11 games. The one hole in Angelo Rodriguez's game is the final play. That ball is an absolute sitter.
Significant let-off for the Galaxy, for whom this is Antuna. Metanir. Darwin Quintero, who is being sent on. He can still change the course of the contest. He'll leave this one to Valento. There's a deflection on that. It'll be a corner. Dos Santos. Ibrahimovic. Helps to get the crowd going as Lurd finds Gregush. And now Molino. Metanir, first time. And Rodriguez. And they do get a corner out of it. The young buck has not scored since he got 2 at LAFC at the start of last month. His level had just dropped a little. That's why Angelo Rodriguez got his place back. Here's Quintero. Now it's Toy. Pavone. Ibrahimovic and Leggett! Past the flailing arms of an exposed goalkeeper.
On Zlatan, and when the ball's whipped in, what can their big man do up front? But you've got to see the play through. The block here from Boxel, but Leggett making that third run inside the 18 gives the LA Galaxy a huge goal here on the road. What a big goal that is, because Minnesota United, it goes against their DNA, chasing a game.
Leggett, such a reliable performer for 5 seasons now for the Galaxy. There's Gregush.
Scalotto and his staff are going to second guess this substitution, but the experience of Alessandrini coming into this one, I think he's going to play more as a midfielder, a connector, but he's got to put in the work defensively.
Pavon. And Ibrahimovic. Denied by Manone. And Minnesota are still alive in the playoffs.
He loses possession. Pavon's going the other way. And Zlatan doesn't even recognize it, but that ball falls to his feet. What a huge save from Manone, Minnesota United. You would have bet your house that ball ends up in the
nights that I can remember. Dos Santos. Oh, he's curled it beautifully. And it's looking more and more like LA.
28-year-old Zlatan Ibrahimovic scoring 30 goals, but I'll make an argument right now. Zlatan may be the most valuable, but the most important player to the LA Galaxy is Jonathan Dos Santos. He's had a revival in his career from Mexico, but he's done so many important things for Scalotto.
Third and final change if this game only goes 90 minutes for Minnesota. Abu Danladi. See these two slugging it out for the right to play his team in just 4 days' time. There's a lot of recovery available for the winners here. As Danladi draws a rare save from Bingham.
It's a good little run here from Danladi to that near post. But John, I'm wondering, Gonzalez and Polenta on yellow cards, and you never want to make a change to your back line. But as this game furthers on, you've got to think about second yellows.
Chance with Quintero. Now Pavon. Alessandrini. Clean sheets are virtually unheard of for the Galaxy. This is Ibrahimovic.
Fifth center back in Perry Kitchen, along with 4 in the back end. If you leave here with a shutout, that builds a ton of confidence.
Alessandrini. Quintero. Laid back for Jan Gregush. Still hope. Still a slither of a possibility for Minnesota.
Life is now back into Minnesota United. Finally some composure in the final third. And to no surprise, it's Darwin Quintero picking up his head, finding the vulnerable spot for LA Galaxy. And Gregush steps into this one perfectly, and that ball's in the back of the net. And Minnesota United is right back into this one.
8 months of hard labor. Now just looking for one stroke of luck. In by Quintero. Apara rising. Polenta gets to it first for the Galaxy.
So the key here is, John, LA Galaxy's thinking there's going to be a long throw, and can you just do a short throw-in with Gregush and Metnair, and then you can actually whip a ball in.
Has to hit and to hope. The whistle from Ted Uncle, and Minnesota's dream dies. It will be the LA Galaxy facing those noisy neighbors again.